Greetings all, it's Dr. Bankhead here at the Struggle Inn, thinking out loud. I'm going to pick up from the knife incident. Several things happened during the marriage. The marriage, we cohabitated for, I would say, altogether 6 months. Got married in November, and he was gone by March or April, something like that. But the next thing that occurred, I had a friend come over and help me really get the house situated. We moved. We moved from the apartment we were in. There was a schizophrenic that lived next door that would start cursing at around 2 or 3 in the morning, and he would say he was going to shoot when he sees the whites of the eyes. He's going to shoot when he sees the whites of the eyes. Boo, boo. This is what he would do every day. And then he would leave garbage out in front of the apartment door, and so we needed to relocate. So we moved to another apartment, and a friend of mine came over to help me get everything situated. My mom gave me some beautiful uh, um, reupholstered furniture. It's really beautiful blue, a vibrant blue. I've never seen furniture in that color before. But blue is my favorite color, and she did it for me. And I loved it. But when the ex-husband came home from work, he was doing car mechanic stuff, and he had black grease all over himself. And I asked him, please, not to sit in the chairs until he cleaned up. But he said he didn't know why he had to wait. He could sit in the chair now. So he got black grease on my chair. I wasn't really pleased about that. And then he had gotten some fish one day, and my friend had helped me clean up the kitchen. In fact, it was the day after we cleaned up the kitchen. Everything was put away, all the dishes were cleaned, and everything. It was beautiful. And he came in the kitchen the following day, before I got home from work, and he cleaned, scaled the fish, and scales were all over the kitchen sink, all over the dishes. It was just a mess. He had a friend, his friend propositioned to me. I told him that his friend propositioned to me, and he said his friend would never do anything like that. He was a sorry husband. But as someone pointed out, I chose to marry him, so that was my choice. It was another one of my lessons, and it. I had every reason to suspect that he was having an affair with someone, um, and uh, I was finding a great deal of fascination in reading true life murder stories. And I finally got a grip on myself, and it occurred to me that that wasn't a really healthy thing to be doing, because I think it was just fueling some type of inner anger I was building up. And so the ex had a thing where he was working. He would leave like at 6 in the morning, and he would get off work like 3 in the afternoon. So he would be home far earlier than when I got home from work, or he should have gotten home from work far earlier than when I got home from work. However, that wasn't the case, and this is the reason why I suspected he was having an affair with someone. And I could tell you who the someone was, but we won't go into that. That's not necessary. In any event, he wouldn't arrive home until 11 or 12 at night, when I knew he got off at 3 in the afternoon. Uh, and the way the apartment was set up, you walk in the front door, and that you're in the living room. The kitchen was to the left, and straight ahead was a hallway, And on the left side of the hallway was the bathroom and then the door to the bedroom. So you had to come out of the bedroom to use the bathroom. The bathroom was in the hallway between the living room and the bedroom. So, on one particular occasion, uh, I was sleeping and he wasn't home. I used to ask him to please call me and let me know when he was on his way home because the door only had the doorknob lock and the chain at the top. And the apartment was the first apartment in the building. It was I don't know what you call it. It was like four apartments. We had a patio apartment. We were on the front on the left. And then there was a apartment on the front on the right. And then there were two apartments overhead. So I asked him to call and let me know when he was coming home because I felt more secure having the chain on the door. And I was being considerate of him not to put the chain on the door while he still wasn't home yet. But after he couldn't bother, he said, "Why do I need to let you know when I'm coming home? Why do I have to bother to let you know? I'll be home." So after that, and I was tired, he wasn't coming home until 11 or 12, and I had to go to work at the next morning, and I was trying to go to bed at 9 or 10. So I said to myself, you know what? I'll just put the chain on the door and I'll let him in when he gets home. So I put the chain on the door and he got home and he wanted to start an argument about that. And I never really liked to argue with this man because, you know, the Bible says a quiet answer turns away wrath. That wasn't the case. He would just continue. And I tried in the beginning initially to escape the apartment, but he would barricade the door and tell me I wasn't going anywhere. It was just a horrible living situation. I like to say I'm not going over all the little details and nuances of the 6 months, but I like to say I went through more hell in 6 months than some people have in 50 years. In any event, he complained about my cooking and he decided he was going to fix his own fish. So he would come home at 11 o'clock and he would fry this fish with the onions and the peppers like they do in Jamaica. He liked to remind me that his mother fixed a fresh meal every day. No. Yeah, his mother fixed a fresh meal but the woman wasn't working. I was working. I said, if you want me to stay home and cook meals for you every day, I will do that. Because he wanted his meals fresh. He didn't want to eat any leftovers. Everything must be fresh every day. So I was eating the leftovers because I wasn't going to waste the food. I was buying the food. He wasn't buying any food. I was buying the food. So I was eating the leftovers because I wasn't going to throw away my food that I had purchased with the money that I spent, that I bought, that I earned. So I got heavier. And then he would complain that I wasn't eating what he was eating because I was eating the leftovers and he was eating the fresh food. Oh, it was just insane. Anyway, this is Dr. Bankhead at the Struggle In Thinking Out Loud. I'll see you in the next video. I am grateful for I am fully great. Yes, I am.